GTA Online is possibly one of the worst experiences you can have as a beginner, and while Rockstar has added a ton of DLC content over the last decade, they have done very little to guide new players, and because of this, it's just as easy to waste money on useless stuff as it is to make money with things like the Cayo Perico heist or the agency, and that's why in today's video, I'll be giving out 20 huge tips for beginners that will help you on your journey in GTA Online. This video will tell you what you're doing wrong right now and how you can fix it, and it will also bring certain things into focus that will otherwise take too long to learn if you play by yourself and don't have anyone to guide you in the beginning. I've learned these the hard way over the last 10 years, so you don't have to. The first thing a lot of newcomers overlook is the career builder. They see Rockstar is handing out $4 million for free and get excited without realizing that they have to spend at least $3 million of that before they get into the game. And because they're eager to dive in as quickly as possible, they randomly pick one of the 4 career paths like it's a coin toss and use the remaining budget to buy a supercar that looks cool. Well, if you do that, you're handicapping yourself by getting anything other than the bunker or nightclub in the career builder, and while the other 2 businesses aren't bad, they are extremely unfun to grind as a brand new player, and that's why I recommend you go with the bunker as it's the safest choice. The bunker gives you a stable $100,000 per hour in the background when you add in the ammunition deliveries, and it will also unlock you exotic ammo types like FMJ, armor-piercing rounds, incendiary rounds, etc. through the research section of the business. For your vehicle, pick either the armored Kuruma or the Grati Turismo Classic. The Kuruma's armor comes in handy during missions, and the Turismo's speed will help you with races and time trials. Once you have a bunker or a nightclub as your first business, the next thing you should focus on as a beginner is making your first $2 million. Why $2 million specifically? Well, that's approximately the amount of cash you need to buy either the Kasatka or an agency, and right now those are 2 of the best S-tier moneymakers in the game, Kasatka with his Cayo Perico heist, and agency with the Dr. Dre VIP contract. Cayo pays $1 million on average for an hour of gameplay, while Dr. Dre pays out $1.1 million guaranteed every single time for just a little over 60 minutes of gameplay. You can't go wrong with either one, although I'd personally pick the agency first because prep missions are made so much easier with the free Super Velito carbon helicopter that you get. Flying vehicles are really hard to come by early on, and so when a business is giving a nice one away for free, take it. It's going to make going from point A to point B so much faster for you. Okay, so how do you actually make the first $2 million? It's really simple. See this V icon on the map? That's Vincent Effenberger, a vigilante cop who needs your help to bust down a drug smuggling racket. And you should get your first phone call from Vincent by the time you hit rank 5, so honestly no more than an hour of being in the game. And once you visit him, you unlock the insanely good Clucking farm raid. This is a multi-stage heist that takes just under an hour to complete if you're a beginner, but most players can get it done in under 45 minutes, and it pays out $500,000 guaranteed on a 1-hour cooldown. If you do 2 of these a day, that's $1 million right there. Not bad for being a new player, to be honest, and it requires 0 investment from your end. You don't have to buy properties or pay a setup fee, none of that. Just visit that V icon, start the heist, and start making yourself some money. There's no better early moneymaker in the entire game, and it is an absolute blessing for new players. Apart from the Clucking farm raid, you can also do a bunch of daily activities as a side hustle to pad up that bank account, and the best ones for beginners are going to be time trials, G's caches, stash houses, as well as junk energy challenges. If you do a regular time trial, that's $100,000 every week. If you have an HSW vehicle like the Grati Turismo Classic that I recommended earlier, you can get your first HSW upgrade at How Special Works for free and do the HSW time trials for $250,000 every week. Skydives are free to access for everyone, and there are 10 of those on a daily rotation, so you can make $50,000 a day just from skydives, plus a $100,000 bonus if you ace all of them with a gold medal. Junk energy bike trials pay out $50,000, and these can be done daily. You can also spin the wheel at the casino, which gives you a chance of winning cash and RP or even a free car. Then there's the treasure hunts, races, security deliveries like the one with the Bobcat security van or even the group sex van, and wildlife photography. Wildlife photography by itself will pay you $100,000 every day, and if you do all the activities I mentioned, you can make close to $1 million a day. And that's just from daily activities. The next thing you need is the GTAweb.eu interactive online map. I use this all the time to find animal spawns for the wildlife photography challenge and for the daily gun van spawn. It's a super helpful resource both for beginners and veterans, and one of the best things it does is show you every location for a specific business, along with the price and all the other daily activities that you need. And so if you're new to the game and you haven't unlocked yourself an MC club or a CEO office, but you want to see the locations of everything, just visit the GTA web map and you'll see it all without bringing up your in-game phone. Plus, as a newcomer, you probably probably don't have a helicopter yet, so use the interactive map to view all free helicopter spawns, and this will allow you to get around the map much faster. If you've been following these tips so far, you should already have a sizable chunk of money in your bank account, but don't toss it away on frivolous purchases like outfits and weapons yet. Instead, invest your money, because the easiest way to make money in GTA Online is by investing the money you already have. And the quickest way to lose money is by buying a bunch of fancy supercars, like the one you see on Southern San Andreas Super Autos or Legendary Motorsport. I get that some of these cars look really cool and even have some really special functions. In fact, I own a bunch of them, and eventually you should too, but I've been playing since day one, and as a brand new beginner player, you should certainly be looking to invest your money elsewhere instead of just on fancy cars that only lose value once you purchase them. Next, let's talk weapons. GTA Online is famous for having a giant and varied arsenal of firearms, but there are really only 5 that you need. These are the Combat MG, Heavy Sniper, Assault Shotgun, Special Carbine, and the Homing Launcher. Throw in an AP pistol or a mini SMG for shooting out of vehicles, and maybe even the railgun at the gun van, and you are all set. By the way, did you know that you don't actually have to visit an ammunition to buy ammo? You can just open up your interaction menu, scroll down to where it says health and ammo, and buy everything you need. Pistol ammo, heavy ammo, throwables. It even gives you an option to replenish all ammo for every single one of your firearms, and while you're driving vehicles, you can use this exact menu to replenish your armor and health as well. But if you're in a mission or a free roam fight, you can skip the whole interaction menu and use quick armor and snacks. If you're on PC, it's the tab key plus C for snacks and tab plus V for body armor. On PlayStation, just bring up your weapon wheel with L1 and press R3 for armor, or up on your D-pad for snacks. Same on Xbox, you press LB to bring up your weapon wheel and up on the D-pad for snacks, and press down on the right stick for armor. Another quick little pro tip here is use the gun van for armor purchases. Once you have an agency with the armory upgrade, this won't really be an issue, as you can simply just spawn in there and grab armor plus snacks on the same floor. But before you have an agency, you have to make daily trips to the nearby ammunition, which can get expensive over time considering how weak most armor is in GTA. But if you're using the GTA web.eu map, you can easily locate the gun van every time you log in and drive there for a discount on all armor purchases. And while we're on the topic of armor, always buy super heavy armor. It's the only decent armor in the game. You only have 10 total armor slots, and filling them up with cheap stuff will be a complete waste of space. Also, keep an eye out for that up and atomizer at the gun van. It's not available all the time, just like the railgun, but when it is, grab it ASAP. You'll thank me later. The next thing a beginner needs is a good armored vehicle, and nothing is better than free. So open up Warstock Cash and Carry as a website and grab yourself a free Duke of Death. Just sort by ascending price, and it should be there in the first row. Not only does the Duke look and sound awesome, but it can tank 3 RPGs and 9 homing missiles, which make it a pretty good free roam vehicle. If you already bought the armored Kuruma in the career builder, you don't need a Duke, but might as well grab one anyways because it's free. The Duke has more explosive resistance, even though its bullet protection on the front is slightly weaker compared to the Kuruma, and it can fit Imani Tech upgrades, which means you can dodge incoming homing missiles fired by Angry, Oppressor, and Deluxo kitties anytime you're out in a public lobby. Now, let's talk about lobbies for a second here. I definitely suggest avoiding these for your first couple of weeks as a newcomer. Once you get an armored vehicle, maybe one with Imani Tech, you're at the very least equipped to deal with griefers, and that's when you can finally go in, but you're still vulnerable during cell missions because the game will hand you a slow, often unarmored vehicle for these cell missions. That's why I like the nightclub, because for that reason, once you upgrade the Speedo Custom or the Pounder with armor and weapons, they become really good adversaries for any griefer, but bunker and MC vehicles are still going to be completely hopelessly weak against someone with an oppressor. And so that's why if you just want to have fun and make money reliably, invite-only lobbies are the way to go. They also allow you to swap between your businesses a lot faster, as invite-only lobbies take less time to load into when compared to public lobbies. And you can do 99.5% of the content that you do in public lobbies anyway. Except for one thing, of course, and that's the high demand bonus, which is only available in a public lobby with other players. A couple of years ago, Rockstar realized that public lobbies weren't really worth the hassle, and they introduced a new incentive to keep people playing in public lobbies. The way this bonus works is the more people there are in a lobby, the more money you'll make from a cell mission. It scales up to a 50% bonus if you have a full lobby. Another tip I'll give you here is learn how to fight in first person. It will help you navigate building interiors a lot better. Otherwise, your character just gets stuck on corners and door frames when you're in third person. And more importantly here, in first person, you can control weapon recoil a lot better. Bonus tip, go into your settings, navigate to the display tab, and change the weapon targeting from basic to complex. This will give you a much better idea of where your bullets are actually going with personalized reticles with each gun, and you can monitor the spread from there. And you should also go into your camera settings and change first person combat roll from on to off so your character doesn't move the camera all over the place while rolling in first person. To grind lots of money, you need to come up with a routine for yourself. I personally go for a mix of active and passive income sources. So for example, I'll log in, spin the wheel at the casino, do a G's cash, raid my stash house, resupply my acid lab, and book a new DJ at the nightclub just to get all the daily activities and prep work out of the way. Then I'll call my terabyte and see whether my MC businesses or bunker need resupplying. Once that's all done, I'll do some missions like maybe a most wanted target at the bail office, or a salvage yard vehicle robbery, or an auto shop contract and heist. Then I might do a Kaya run, but most of the time it's probably just going to be a Dr. Dre contract. The key here is to mix and match stuff so you aren't grinding the same content over and over, otherwise you'll get bored and log off. You can make loads of money while also having fun, and that's why you need to play around with different types of content to see what you enjoy most as a player. Rockstar encourages this by giving us weekly updates and discounts on certain missions or properties, and so for example, at the time of me recording this video, we have double cash and RP on all the Mr. Faber work missions at the car wash, and we also have double cash and RP on time trials and the G's cash. The week before, we had double rewards on all smoke on the water money laundering missions, and of course, as you guys know, the best way to stay updated on all these weekly bonuses and money making methods is simply just watching my channel, because I do daily videos on the best money making methods in GTA Online. For my last two tips here, I'll ask you to find some friends to play with. If you don't have anyone in your immediate friend group who plays GTA Online, the next best place is going to be through my Discord, where we have a Looking for Gamers channel for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC players, so jump in, find some buddies to help you out with missions, and enjoy. Heists like the Diamond Casino or Doomsday do require 2 players minimum, so it's better to go in with someone you trust, someone who's on Discord with you, instead of relying on some burger random who could DC at any time. And my final tip is going to be this: always look for opportunities to learn and get better, whether it's new metas, new money making routines, new skips and speedrunning strats, or even guides on fun vehicles and strategies. There are a ton of content creators on YouTube who can help you learn more about the game and the best ways to make money or the best vehicles to buy. All of you who watched up to this point have already passed this challenge, so congrats and thank you. And no matter how tough it gets, never give in to those shark cards. You can easily make tens of millions of dollars a month without those. And that's all I have for you guys in today's video. If there are any veterans among you who'd like to drop any additional tips in the comments for all the newcomers, you're definitely welcome to do so, and I certainly encourage it here. Learning from each other and making friends is how we keep this community thriving, and while GTA Online can be confusing at first, once you get accustomed to its weird little quirks, it turns into one of the most chill experiences you can have in a video game. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed and found the information helpful. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and you want to see more GTA Online videos like this. Check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, specifically twitch.tv/hazardoushtv for consistent GTA Online money grinding live streams, and check out my YouTube shorts and TikToks because I post 2 short form videos on those platforms every single day as well. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next GTA 5 online video. Adios, amigos.